Yeah, so this is a really good dish to learn how to make in a pinch just before Ramadan starts, because it's a really, really hearty, warm, comforting, like hits the spot iftar, but it's also a really good option for suhoor as well, which we call sahari. Hi friends, welcome back to the kitchen. We're going to be making Iranian haleem today. Should we get into our ingredients? Okay, so these are sesame seeds. This is for after our haleem is finished. This is butter. Don't spill it, okay? And this is also for after it's cooked. And then as is the cinnamon and the sugar. We're going to be cooking the haleem in a pressure cooker. I should have probably started off with that. This is going to be the easiest way you can make haleem. You're going to need 1 onion. Yeah, you're having fun with this onion. The type of meat that we're going to use, which is the best meat you could use for haleem, is neck. So it's lamb neck. And the reason why it's the best is because, like, whenever it cooks, it's kind of like stringy. It doesn't sound appetizing, but that helps you get that kind of like that stretch that you want. Like in Farsi, they say like kesh biyad. So this is a trick to that. We got salt, and of course, this is also very, very important. It is called pelted wheat. I cut the onion in half and just put it right in the pot. The meat is like straight out of the freezer, and just put it right in. For 1 cup. Put it up again. 2 cups. You can put it in the big pot. I'm able to do it this way without frying like onions and trying to like give flavor to the meat necessarily. Are you putting more onion skins in here? Stop, Mama. It's not funny. Only you're laughing. I'm not laughing. You gonna help, or you gonna make it difficult? Yeah, that's for sure. We are not, this is like one Persian dish that you do not add turmeric to. You do not add like any sort of seasoning to, because you don't want that. But if your meat needs to be, like they say in Farsi, like busho begiri, like if you need to get rid of the smell of your meat, this black pepper is going to help you do that. That really helps get rid of the smell without adding any sort of like color or flavor. But if you have good meat that doesn't, if your meat's not stinky, you can just put it in here all directly and just add a little bit of salt. Wow. A teaspoon of salt. Put away my black pepper. For each cup of wheat, we're going to add 4 cups of hot water. I add hot water just so that it'll get the cooking process going faster. Oh, it's really hot together, okay? So we have 2 cups of wheat, and I'm adding 8 cups of water. We are gonna hit pressure cook, and we have it at 1.5 hours. Yeah, hit the green button and hit start. So the meat will cook in like 45 minutes in the pressure cooker, but it's more the wheat, the gandum, that it needs more time, because it's pretty stubborn, I feel like. Yeah, you need it to cook like double the amount of time as the meat, so that it really cooks fully through and it's soft. And then we'll just mix it in the Ninja. And there is one more tool we need. I pour it through a strainer and just use like a spoon or a wooden spoon or something to kind of separate. I know that there's no skin technically on this gandum, on this wheat, but there is kind of like a texture to it if you don't do this step. So this step will help make it really smooth and creamy and more like that haleem that you would get from Iran, that they spent hours just churning and churning and churning. Hey guys, I'm back. This is finished cooking. It's actually, if you even look at the timer, it's almost 2 hours post it being finished, just keeping it warm. I had to get out of the house and do something. Yep, no more steam in here. Take a look inside. It smells really good. So I'm taking out the meat so that I can make sure I take out the bones and little cartilage or anything that I don't want to be mixed in the blender. And then I'm also going to take out the onion. I'm not mixing that with the wheat or the meat. That's why I leave it pretty much whole, because it's a lot easier to fish out. Oh, baby's awake. Toddler's awake. Okay. You want to look in here real quick? You see how soft and cooked up it is? Okay, let me go see what we're doing. The little man woke up from his nap. So I'm just separating the little bits that I don't want to be in it. Everyone's got something to say. Thanks.
This smells good, man.
It does. It smells good, man. It's like a soup. That's right.
This is that.
It's haleem. All right. I think I pretty much got all the meat separated. I don't think you're gonna like the way this feels. That's what it's looking like now. We're gonna put it in our blender. And what? Most of the liquid has been absorbed by the wheat, so I will probably add a little bit. Most Iranians will add milk if they want to thin out their haleem, and it tastes great because the wheat has created a creamy liquid. The wheat has created like a creamy liquid, but I don't add milk. I don't add milk not because I don't like the taste or anything. It does taste good, but because I don't want it to get in the way of any of this iron absorption. So I don't know if that's like silly of me or not, but I'm just gonna thin it out with water because our wheat was cooked with the meat like in the broth, so it's full of flavor. Okay, so this is like half of it right now. I don't want to add some liquid. Added probably like half a cup right now, just to blend it with it. Let's shake it up in there. See, I can smell it. I don't know what it is about haleem, but haleem, I have to be super gentle with this Vitamix. As powerful as it is, it's also somehow smart in protecting itself from overheating. Whenever something seems to be like a bit too much for it, when something seems to be a little bit too much for it, it will power down itself. Like it'll just shut off, but we're still good right now. The rest of the haleem, I'm gonna mix it up. They're looking at it so intently.
Hamburger.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're gonna do.
I'm a ham.
Go for it. Biggie hamburger. I have the strainer over the pot, the nonstick pot, and I just start stirring it. Taste it. It's good. It's really good. It's full of flavor. And the salt is good. Right. I just stir it pretty quickly like this. Not slowly. I go fast. What do you want to do? You want to... Here, get it. Eat everything. Thanks, guys. Thanks. We just keep doing this until it all gets through. I want you guys to see what it's looking like now that it's all pretty much gone through to the other side. So everybody's strainer is probably a little different. I have a few different kinds, like some with a finer mesh, some with like kind of bigger holes. Sorry for the background noise, but the boys are playing with cars now. So I seem to find that this size that I have is kind of the best. It catches a lot of it, but that's not to say that nothing gets through. This is not a mandatory step, but it is a step that we take. It's really the only manual step. I mean, you saw it was all in the pressure cooker and it was in the blender. This is as much work as it requires from us, so I think it's worth it. I don't want to let any of this haleem go to waste. And our meat and our wheat mixed together. And it's much better this way. I know some people will shred the meat separately and like mix it in after, like they'll do it separately, but I don't like it that way. I just feel like it's so meaty, but right now it's the same amount of meat, but you won't even be able to tell. You have to use non-stick whenever you want to heat this up or reheat it, because even in a non-stick, the starch can stick to the bottom, so I shouldn't even put it that high. Got it like at medium heat. And here's what it's looking like. You see? And butter is pretty much the only thing that I add to the whole pot myself. Like I'll add like a tablespoon or two. What, Mama? Butter, cinnamon, sugar, and sesame seeds. Those are the things that I bring to the table, the spread, so that whoever wants whatever they want, they can do it for themselves. I guess maybe you could bring a salt shaker too. Some people would maybe want it to be a little bit more salty. You want to come look at it?
Look at it.
You want to look at it too? Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we are at the end of this video. I'm just going to pour some in a bowl for us to eat and show you guys. Perfect.
Very good.
Mm.